Hello everybody. Here to present the next sign, which occurs on the 28th of November 2013 and is also which is Hanukkah and is preceded by a hybrid solar eclipse on the 3rd of November 2013. Anyway, this is Revelation 7 1 through 2. In my Bible it's called Interlude. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor the tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried out with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and sea. At this point in the Bible, rapture has already taken place. We are in Revelation 7, which means the sealed judgments have already been opened, and they are 1 through 6. And you go to Revelation 6, it'll tell you about him. You have the white horse, which is the Antichrist, going forth conquering to conquer. You have the red horse. Some people call it the war horse. It just says he takes peace through sword. And the black horse, which is the economic collapse and famine. And lastly, you have the pale horse, which has the ability to kill 1/4 the planet through sword, hunger, and with the beasts that inhabit the earth. The fifth seal is in reference to the martyred saints slain by the Antichrist at God's throne praying for vengeance. And the sixth seal, which is a great earthquake preceded by a lunar and solar eclipse and a meteor shower, as it's described in the book of Revelation. And that's in Revelation 6, 12 through 14. What we have here in the signs in the heavens, we have the four angels standing on the four corners of the earth. You have the war planet Mars. You have Venus, which we'll talk about in a second, right inside Sagittarius. Notice it's inside the constellation. We'll examine it a little bit closer here in a minute. You also have Mercury, the messenger planet, inside Libra, as well as Saturn inside Libra, actually in the constellation itself. Could this allude to a message of judgment through the Saturn planet, which I equivalent with it being the satanic planet, or Satan, represented Satan. There's another thing we'll get into with Satan as well, but Kronos was the Greek god. They named Saturn after. Kronos, if you listen to my other video, was a titan that ate his own children to gain power. Then it says we have the fifth angel. I saw another angel ascending from the east. Here we have Comet Ison, which is joined together here near the sun in the constellation Scorpius. And if we take a look, we'll show him or it moving. And so if you go on like the 22nd, we can go back a little further even. We'll go right here. November 17th, it's right here in Virgo, actually right near Spica, which is kind of neat. And we go to the 28th, it will actually ascend and go right into position, stopping right there, giving us our fifth angel. Let's talk about Sagittarius for a minute, and here's some information on Sagittarius. You can research this as well. Pretty much will say the same stuff that I'm telling you in the video. What we're going to do is hopefully show a couple neat things about this portion. When I started researching this, I remember Venus, and I think the Lord just brought it to me. He's like, Venus is the morning star. You've heard this before. And I was like, I have heard this before. So Venus being the morning star, known by that name, probably by the world, I remember Lucifer being also referred to as the morning star, and that's found in Isaiah 14:12. And it says, Isaiah 14:12 states, how you have fallen, O from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn, how you are cut down to the ground. And that's reference to Lucifer himself. And if you read that paragraph or that chapter, um, it's a description of Satan. It's a pretty neat description. He talks about his I wills, like I will ascend, I will be like the Most High, I will do all these things. And so here you have Satan and Isaiah being referred to as the morning star, as well as the morning star inside the constellation Sagittarius. Sagittarius, he is the archer in the form of a centaur, moving in with confidence and strength. If we look at Revelation 6:2, behold, the white horse, and who sat upon him had a bow, and a crown was given to him. And you have Corona Australis right there as part of the constellation Sagittarius. And of course, his bow that he carries, Sagittarius. And he went forth conquering to conquer. And like I said, at his side we have Corona Australis, the crown. The Antichrist rides the pale horse. But the centaur depicts he will come with a dual nature, entering on a platform of peace and safety, but will turn into a cruel and brutal leader demanding worship. And that's found in Daniel 11:21 and Revelation 13. The world will be enthralled by the Antichrist, all the stars carry names of coming beauty that are in this constellation. You have Coptic, which is the beauty coming forth. You have Neum, which is the gracious one, and Al-Wadriga, which he comes forth, and the prince of the earth. So some pretty interesting names, and I can turn those stars on if you want to see them. Pretty interesting names, how they describe it, the coming Antichrist. That's a little much, but anyway, you get the picture. There's star names there. Those are just three that I picked out that I thought were fit the constellation of what we're trying to do. Okay, we'll go back to Scorpio, and we'll also talk a little bit about Libra. Scorpio is called the Sufferer, mortal conflict. The Hebrew name is Akrab, which means conflict. Revelation 9 tells the coming demon scorpions set out to sting and torment people who have taken the mark of the beast. Here's some information on Scorpio. When I did this film originally, I wasn't quite schooled on Scorpio, so I kind of fumbled around a little bit. But this gives really good information on what he's all about. The ancient Egyptian Coptic language gives it its name of Iridius, which means to attack. Which means attack of the enemy. The name of the stars in the constellation indicate that Scorpio represents the evil one in his efforts to destroy the seed of the woman. And if you don't know what the seed of the woman is, you can read Genesis. Genesis 3 talks about it. And some biblical examples of Satan trying to destroy the seed of the woman would be in Exodus 1:16 and 22. Israel is enslaved by Egypt and Pharaoh. He's attempting to eradicate the people themselves to not bring about the Messiah. And the kingdom of Judah was prompted to destroy all the royal seed, and that's found in 1 Kings 11:1. You have Haman and Esther trying to eradicate all the Jews, Esther 3:16. When Jesus was born, all the children 2 and under were killed from orders from King Herod. That's found in Matthew 2:16. So Satan has always had this underlying plan to destroy anything that comes out of Israel to prevent the Messiah, which would prevent us from being saved in the first place. Libra is the required price paid, is what that constellation stands for. It has Saturn and Mercury inside, like we talked about, inside this constellation. I find it very intriguing. Do I know exactly what it means? No, but messenger planet, satanic planet, the scales that were just found in the second rider of or the third rider of the black horse. Um, Scales are also found in Scripture in Daniel 5:17 when King Belshazzar is partying it up, and the story of the writing of the wall, which is a pretty neat story if you look in Daniel 5:27, and basically it's the finger of God writing a message on the wall. Basically, your time is up. The scales have found you wanting, which means your time's up essentially. So anyway, it's a pretty neat sign. Um, hey, thanks. This is a quick interlude right here. I found a very neat sign that I believe accompanies this sign that we're seeing in the heavens here with Comet Ison and Scorpio, and I felt obligated to put it on here. On 3 November, there's what they call a hybrid solar eclipse, and that hybrid solar eclipse is extremely rare. In fact, it's only been the last one was in 2006, and the one before that was in like 86. So they're very rare. I'm not sure the big difference of them, of what that actually means, but it does precede this sign. So I felt obligated to put it on here. Thank you. Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. What I wanted to do was I'm doing an update. I found several eclipses that actually coincide with these signs, and so I'm having to update the signs that were found and put these eclipses in in conjunction with the actual sign in the stars. In Revelation 1, we had a sign where it showed a picture of Jesus, and it ended with the sun in Taurus, which is the sun shining through that gives him the continents of his strength. And on the backside of the zodiac, it ended also with this lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And the reason I'm bringing it up on this update is because Scorpio is where we go to our next sign. Now, if you see where the lunar eclipse is, it converges on all these points right here in the actual sign itself, which is extremely, extremely uncoincidental. Because this happens actually several times in these signs that I'm showing, and those of that have watched the video can contest to this. So I wanted to end here, but where we go from here is our next sign, which is Revelation 7, and it reads, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried in a loud voice, and the 4 angels of whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea." So the next actual thing is November 3rd, 2013. And so we're going to go to that date and show you what's there. Okay, so here we go to November 3rd, which is a solar eclipse. Actually, this is a hybrid solar eclipse. And our actual sign appears on the 28th of November, which is Hanukkah. So our lunar eclipse happens kind of out here by Saturn, nothing really too crazy, but what happens is our sign will then, our sun will move into Scorpio, and our planets will actually move into Libra here inside, and then we have our box, and I'll show that after these things move. So we're going to go to, we can show you this eclipse here real quick. There's our moon moving, connecting our eclipse on the 3rd of November. So this moves, and what I'm going to do is stay on the sun, and we're just going to go forward to the 28th slowly. Yeah, not that slow. There we go. So the sun starts to get in, and then it stops dead center on the 28th, Hanukkah. Not only that, but then our 5th angel, Ison, comes down into the sun right there, giving us our fifth angel. Now it says four corners of the earth. It makes a box, and as we're looking this, we have Mars and Venus completely on the outside, Mercury and Saturn right there forming our four corners. Now, and then of course Ion we just talked about. These are actually inside the constellation, which is pretty remarkable how they're there. And I ask that you tune into my other video to get the complete story of what you're seeing here with Sagittarius and Venus, and how all that's connected. But pretty amazing, the warning system the Lord has given us, and I hope people will share this video, and you know, if you don't believe it or you don't see it, please ask me. And with that, take care. God bless.